everyone! Welcome to 240! I'm your host, Tiffany, and today we have a special lineup just for you.
And I am your host, Christine. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. So now we have a special guest.
Sino yun?
Attorney Mirasol.
And today we have here Attorney Mirasol because we will talk about the spreading of misinformation in social media on a global scale.
So how does it affect you naman po as an attorney?
Bilang attorney, ang misinformation ay nakaka-apekto sa akin, especially sa court of law dahil ang misinformation ay especially sa mga iba-ibang cases ay nakaka-apekto kung dun sa mga cases na kung may guilty ba o hindi guilty yung mga alleged authority.
So everyone, may follow-up question po si Tiffany.
So attorney, sa palagay mo, ano kaya ang mga pwedeng solusyon para mabawasan or mawala ang pagkalat ng mga misinformation or fake news sa social media?
Yung mga iba-ibang solution na para sa misinformation, kung ang misinformation ay ginagamit din sa court of law, yung prosecutor or defendant ay pwedeng mag-investiga kung yung information ba ay totoo o hindi. At meron din mga law na tumatakil sa misinformation. Example ay dalawa, may RA 10175, Anti-Cybercrime Act, and RA 10951, Anti-Fake News.
Kumusta naman po yung mga kaso na nagiging cause ng fake news?
Yung mga kasong dahil sa fake news ay parang centered lang sila sa mga yung mga journalists.
Okay. So that's very insightful dahil na-state talaga sa atin ni attorney yung solusyon at kung ano nga ba yung nagiging apekto nito as a lawyer sa kanya. So thank you attorney for joining us today. We really do appreciate you and sana next segment, next time,
We will see you again.
yeah. So nag-enjoy ka ba? Nag-enjoy si attorney. Thank you attorney.
Thank you po. So, T4T will be right back.
In just a few. So, stay tuned and wait for us.
Nagutom ka ba sa segment na yon? Well, ito ang burger para sa'yo. Masarap ang burger pag fininger. Oops, pag hindi naka-gloves.
Welcome again to
240! So today, meron tayong dalawang guests. So mas exciting ang oras na to. We have here a vlogger.
And we have here a famous journalist, Angeline.
And also, we have here a very intriguing YouTuber, Carlo TV. Kumusta naman ang pagiging vlogger?
Okay lang, masaya.
And sa mga fans mo, kumusta naman yung mga nagiging interaction? Masaya ka ba na maraming humahanga sa'yo?
Oo, lalo na marami sila. Tapos, syempre, on the way, makakasalubong mo sila. Syempre, Kuya, autograph! Ganun.
Ako din. So, how's your sahod naman po? Is it good or bad?
Okay, malaking sahod sa mga social media platforms like Facebook and YouTube.
And how about you naman po as a journalist? Is it hard po?
Well, it's pretty good. Yeah, syempre mahirap siya, especially kung na-destino ka sa ibang lugar, so we have to, kailangan namin makapag-sapalaran. For example, sa bundok,
So, tumatawid din po kayo?
yes. Basta journalist, kailangan mo siyang gawin.
Question.
So, Carlo TV, I have a questions for you. Ready ka na ba?
Yes.
Okay. So, as a vlogger with a significant online presence, ano yung mga strategies mo to employ or to assure rather the reliability of information na sinishare mo with your audience? And paano mo ina-address yung mga comments or questions na related to potentially misleading content?
That's a great question. So, as a content creator and a vlogger, I always do fact-checking and do some research before I spread some information to the social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook. So, my audience will not believe to misinformation and disinformation. And also, I always say to my viewers and my supporters that palagi silang mag-fact-check so that hindi silang mali dun sa misinformation.
May mga kumakalat na bang fake news sa'yo dati pa man? Or naka-encounter ka na may mga kinakalat na mali akala tungkol sa'yo?
Siyempre meron. Some of my supporters like nag-message sila and nag-comment. This is true. This is all true that ganito na meron kang issue about dito. So, nire-replyan ko na lang sila. Sabi ko na lang sa kanila na always do fact-checking kasi there are a lot of misinformation about people.
So, that's how you address.
So, Angeline, someone asked po, so in your experience as a journalist, what are the most common methods used to spread misinformation and disinformation? And how can journalists effectively identify and counter such as narratives in their reporting?
We all know that technology nowadays are widely used. So, as Carlos said, it is very important to have a fact-checking, especially, and also, we have to think twice before we tweet, because nowadays, you cannot control people about their opinions and beliefs.
So that's how you address your problems po?
Yes. And also, not just me, but kung hindi naman importante yung mga then why would I waste my time on answering their question?
Tama nga naman.
And now, that's how she addressed her problem. Thank you, Miss Adeline.
It's my pleasure.
So, let's go back to Carlo TV. So, ang last question ko sa'yo is ang mga inaantay ng mga viewers natin. So, how do you think vloggers and other social media influencers can play a more proactive role in combating misinformation on a global scale? And ano yung mga pwede nyong gawin para mag-collab to achieve the goal?
Vlogger and influencer have a huge opportunity to share facts and information and to spread information. So we grab that opportunity to spread not misinformation but the truth and also not lies. So also my co-vloggers and also different vloggers collaborate to make an organization for promoting fact-checking organization. So that's all, and thank you.
I'm so glad to hear na you and other vloggers na-handle nyo professionally yung mga issues like spreading of fake news, and we are hoping to magtuloy-tuloy pa yung organization na na-build ninyo.
Yes, we will do.
So that's how we end our talk show today.
So, thank you so much, Carlo TV and our journalist, Angeline, for guesting here today. We are looking forward for more interviews with intriguing personalities. That's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Misinformation is a threat to us all. We must act now to protect ourselves and our communities. Let's commit to becoming more informed citizens, to supporting fact-checking initiatives, and to holding social media companies and governments accountable. The future of our society depends on it. Let's fight back against the tide of misinformation and build a world where truth prevails.
Magandang hapon mga kababayan. Ako nga pala si David Paranta at kasama ko ang aking asawa. At tumatakbo bilang Pangulo ng ating bayan. Numero 21 po sa balota. Maraming salamat po.
Dapat natin siyang hindi iboto kasi gumagamit siya ng drugs.
Magnanakaw siya sa bayan.
Nakita niyo ba asawa niya? Di ba boyfriend na si attorney?
Ay, totoo?
What if i-post natin sa Facebook para may awareness ang lahat?
Ay, tama. Dapat natin gawin yan.
Senator! Totoo ka bang gumagamit ka ng droga?
Totoo bang kabit ang asawa mo?
Totoo bang nagnakaw ka?
Hindi totoong gumagamit ako ng droga at hindi totoong may jowang attorney ang asawa ko.
Tama. Ang nanalo sa presidential election 2024-2028 ay si Anthony Jerry.
Misinformation isn't just a problem, it's a crisis. It erodes trust, fuels division, and undermines the very foundation of our society. It's a silent threat that spreads rapidly, infecting our minds and influencing our actions, often with devastation consequences. Think about the impact of false health claims, the spread of conspiracy theories, or the manipulation of the election results. These are not abstract concepts. They are real-world danger with tangible, harmful impacts.